Welcome to the CFG Game Cast, episode number 206, a weekly podcast created by gamers and streamers alike to discuss the latest gaming topics from the previous week. We stream a new episode weekly and release it on all podcast services, so do us a favor and show us some love. Like, follow, or subscribe to the YouTube channel, the CFG channel, or go to our main website, confreaksandgeeks.com, to not miss an episode. If you want to throw in some ducats our way and support the podcast itself, you can always become a CFG VIP member by going to the cfg.store for some extra goodies and incentives. Hey, but anyways, I am Mr. CFG Games, aka Davis Green, and with me today are my two awesome co-hosts. I got Lex in the second seat. What is going on, my cyborg?
Woohoo! So I didn't game too much this week. I played a little bit of Dreamlight Valley just to keep up with my chests and not to let the weeds get crazy. But I made some big adult moves this week. I am done with court. Yay! So I'm so happy about that. Finally done with court. But now I've got 101 other million things to do. It's like 101 Dalmatians. I get rid of 10 and a bunch more show up, you know? So I did that. I also bought myself a new beefy baby. She will be arriving, or at least shipping out, on the 16th of February. So come that next week, I will have a whole new setup as far
Next
as
week
PC
is the 16th. Yeah, that's 2
I
weeks.
didn't say next week. I said the week after I will have a brand new setup.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, because the 16th is a Friday, and we have podcasts on Saturday, so I can't set up the new setup on the 17th. I'm going to have to work on it the 18th and 19th, you know? But we got a new beefy baby coming in. You know, I always like building my computers. This is the first pre-built that I'm buying for myself ever. My current PC was a pre-build, but my dad bought it for me and surprised me with it, and she's been a good little baby this whole time. I've upgraded her a bunch. But now it's time for her to rest. And we have the new beefy baby coming in, and I'm very excited. Was it a lot of money? Yes. Was it fun to spend that amount of money? Also, yes. So
I don't know where you're getting at with that, but it sounds like a flex, if anything.
It was fun. I usually, I walk into Target and I'm like, okay, you can buy 2 things you don't need, and that's it. I'm very budget conscious and friendly as far as it with my wallet. I'm a punk rock kid till the day I die. I can make $20 last a long time, but it was fun to do that. So yeah, I'm excited. Also getting ready for V-Day. Opie asked Adam first, so I asked my little cousin, and I went to Ulta on a shopping spree, and that's gonna be fun to surprise her. But I gotta make some like sparkly flowers for her. I know. That's your Lex news. My blood work came back bad.
Opie hoping for a Lady in a Tramp moment with dust?
Probably.
Possibly. Maybe somebody get a picture of that.
Oh, for sure. I mean, she tried to kick me out of the bed the other night. He went to roll over, and her first thought was, "Oh, he's awake." Because I was awake watching TV, kind of like nodding off, but the lights were out. She got up, full body wag, so the whole bed was shaking. And I went to reach over because I knew Adam was definitely asleep. He just rolled over, but was having a bad dream. And I went to like kind of jostle him, and she flattened herself between us, and then all 4 feet tried to push me off the bed. So yeah, Lady and the Tramp definitely in her sights. I asked Jadzia if I could be her Valentine, and she hissed at me. So there we are.
Golly, hey, but Lex,
I'll get her a new bath mat. That'll make her happy. Yes.
Do you know who I wouldn't trust sending me a package in the mail that could be a gift?
Me, but also
what?
Yeah, you and the 5-star general of the itty bitty Smitty committee. I got Smitty in the third seat. What's going on, my dude?
Dirty. You got your package. I thought I messed up, but I didn't. You got your package. Get out of my face. How you guys doing, man? It's been a good, solid week. Again, we're going to talk about it here in a little bit, but I got to play Nightengale to participate during that stress test. So we're going to talk about that. Got down on some Power World a little bit. It had been a little bit, I kind of cooled off from it a little bit. So it's been a while since I played it. And of course, I've been slowly making my way through Midnight Suns. which I'm enjoying.
That
The
game is a
animation
fun
on
game.
it,
Very janky.
it is. The combat's
very
great.
janky.
Like,
yeah.
yeah, but like the whole, like the other parts, and you're like the open world, not open world, but like you as a person outside the battle system is kind of janky. But great cutscenes. I'm enjoying the story. So yeah, all in all, it's been a pretty solid week.
You forgot to mention that our base in Power World got destroyed yet again, and all your items are now gone. So, haha.
I wasn't gonna mention it. because
I didn't do
it was a sore spot. That's the thing about communal
Wait,
places.
what happened, though?
I got a room. Don't touch my shit.
Wait, what caused it to go down again? Was it
We're
a
not
fire thing again?
sure. No, we built everything in stone
It's a
except
stone.
yeah. So like all of our separate rooms were in stone, and then there was kind of like almost like a garage attachment, which was where all of our workspaces were. I don't remember what happened exactly, but all of a sudden, like our flat surface that we worked off of and built up was no longer flat and the ground was coming into it. And so they kind of had to, the people that were on at the time, I was not me and definitely not Smitty or Dust, but they had to kind of demo it. And so somebody's got our stuff nicely hidden away, but it's
Wow.
our locked boxes, our eggs that were in our rooms, gone. So we'll get them back. I have plenty of eggs for you, Smitty. Don't worry.
Ridiculous.
Oh, I'm not even worried about the eggs. I just had stuff in my chest.
I know.
Yeah.
I'll give you all
it's
my
like-
stuff.
You feel violated. That's what
No,
it
I'm
is.
not trying
A
to.
little, yeah.
No, basically, it's like that was the point of having your own thing, not for somebody to go in, wreck it, and then your shit's gone.
Or steal
Otherwise,
your
what was
eggs.
the point of?
in a
Yeah,
locked
or
room.
don't worry, I stole an egg. No, I
I stole an
You
egg
feel
back.
bad. You
I
feel
was
bad
absolutely
about it.
stole an egg back. It was the same kind that I had, but I was like, yeah, you better believe it. I ain't even gonna say anything to anybody.
I'll be honest. I did get
Fucking
Lex's egg revenge after 7 of my eggs went missing. I was like, oh, all these eggs in the hatchery from the person I suspect took them. Guess what? They're all ready. I'm taking them. I didn't
Wow,
say
that's
anything.
freaking crazy.
Yeah. Yeah,
Well,
no, things have
playing
been.
pranks on
Did you
each other.
know that? So Pal World has now surpassed 19 million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Good for
like,
them,
crazy.
man.
just 3
Give the
days.
pause
Insane.
button.
I mean,
Yeah,
that
exactly.
is insane. Like, I mean, like, no, like, just, I mean, well, 19 million. You're hitting Nintendo numbers at this point for games. That's actually that's
Yeah.
really good. That's really
Dude,
good.
it's crazy. Well, now only time will tell what their development cycle's like and how well they maintain it, and frequency of updates and things like that. I think that will be the big tell in terms of if people continue playing or if it just fizzles out. Which
think
I
it's
don't
gonna
know.
be-
Right now, it doesn't look like it's going to be a fizzle out thing. Like, there's all kinds of content that you can make around this particular game. I think
Yeah.
people will be on it. Like, I think this is going to become like a staple game for people if they do this right.
I think that it's hard to say like what is being bought and what's not for now, because since there I don't know if there's a way that people are tracking the numbers that Xbox players are playing. I know the preferred choice is PC, but I don't know how many of that 19 million is console and how many is really PC. I wish they kind of give you more of a
breakdown.
more of a breakdown for it, because like right now you can play Pal World if you have Xbox Game Pass, and I guarantee you mostly technically it's also the same way for PC, because like it's also available on PC Xbox Game Pass. So I don't know if there's so I don't know if they're getting direct money from that, or if someone's actually paying to do it or not. That I guess that's the question I have. Because I'll be like,
I mean,
okay.
there's got to be a way that they're calculating those numbers and saying that, because otherwise,
the
I
only
feel
numbers
like-
that we can calculate is the one on Steam side, because Steam shows the
Yeah.
sales of how much it is, but like Xbox never shows how many units are sold. Like
That's true.
Right. Oh,
which
that's weird.
which sucks. Yeah, it always sucks that way. They never show it.
I feel like they do in their quarterlies, but unless you're looking for
That
it,
might. I feel like that was like maybe they announced it, or maybe
Maybe
I've seen
quarterly.
developers announce it after the fact.
Yeah.
later down the road, but I don't think those numbers are just readily available
Mm-mm.
like with Steam and
Steam.
stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, Steve, well, I mean, if you search for it, you can get it. Like it's available, like it's there. But Microsoft, you don't like Microsoft. You just can't because like theoretically, theoretically, like units sold for like how many units are sold by the Xbox Series X. It's not a guaranteed number. It's an estimate of where they're at by a calculated estimate of where they're at when they're when said. They don't tell you how many units they actually sold. Sony tells you, Nintendo tells you, but that Microsoft never does. It's really correct. It's really
Nightmare.
weird.
Don't worry, crossplay is coming soon. From what I hear, if I have to start over to play with you, I'll do it.
There's two things. Yeah, this
should be a migration of servers, either that or like character.
I mean, the off-putting thing for me is the fact that it's only 4 players on console. And then like PC.
And
hopefully
PC
that change.
Game Pass. PC Game Pass is also only 4.
Yes.
PC Game Pass is also only 4?
Same.
That's why
you cannot queue with Steam people.
Correct. That's why
it had something to do with the Xbox licensing.
Correct.
I believe. Yeah.
They also kind of were like, we don't know how popular this is going to be. We don't want to bombard our servers, blah, 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 blah. So they had made the initiative to limit it on Xbox Game Pass, whether that's on the console or on your PC, to just 4 for now. Now, when crossplay happens, that number obviously is going to just disappear. But yeah, so.
But at least they have it as they'd rather have a product that's going to work semi-stably as opposed to something that's just going to be trash, put people off, and not have a good. I mean, again, everybody knows early access is basically the launch of your game. You have launched your game going into early access, but it's with the like you as a consumer knowing this game is not finished. We're still working on it. You are now essentially beta testing this game.
Interesting. Okay, cool. Well, cool. Well, we'll see where it goes with Power World. That's cool.
I did hear that Big Tim asked, I think it was a Last Ronin video game, the Ninja Turtle game. I'm pretty sure that did get canceled.
Stop.
I saw something about it. I believe it did. I want to say keep looking, but I'm pretty sure I saw an article, and it was like here like a couple weeks ago maybe that I saw something about it.
Yeah.
Was that an Endeavored game? Not Endeavored, but Embracer.
I think so. Maybe.
Yeah, everything that I'm finding as of last year, August 16th, 2023, they said that it no longer had an official release date. But I am seeing as of 1 week ago, it looks like somebody reported rest in peace, bad news for TMNT, The Last Ronin. Oh, stop. I'm so sad.
I was looking forward to that too.
I know.
That was gonna be so dope.
I like The Last Ronin.
And Deus Ex. We lost a new Deus Ex game as well because Eidos Montreal got hit with layoffs. Again, another victim of the Embracer group being underneath that umbrella.
I didn't even. Yeah, it's unfortunate with that, but yeah. I mean, it's just like it's weird. Well, Ninja Turtles would be a Nickelodeon IP, right? So like, it's weird if they go through Embracer for it. No, they didn't lose it.
They still have it.
Yeah, they still have it. But I don't know if that's in house. They probably do what they usually do. They license out to a different third party company and then make the game out, because like what they did with the All-Star Brawl. Anyways, we kind of digress. But anyways, that's for me. As for me, like I had a pretty chill week for the most part. More Final Fantasy 15. I think I'm at the halfway mark on 15 now, so that's good.
Nice.
Yeah. Then playing Grand Blue Fantasy Fantasy Relink. Going to be doing a review for that here probably in a week or so. So looking forward to that. And basically looking for still job hunting. So for the most part, which actually this I did come across something that might be very promising. So hopefully that might that will change.
Glad to hear that.
Yeah. It actually was kind of funny because I told the guys straight up, like, I don't know what this is, but I know but this is easier than what I'm normally used to doing, and it's not gonna be rocket science. I told this, and this was during the interview. It's like, this is not gonna be rocket science for me to learn what this is. They're like, I like that guy's jit. I like that. I was like, I like that guy's cut. Straight up.
Right?
I'm like, okay. I'm like, okay.
I like the cut of this jib.
Yeah, pretty much. I was just like, you get to a point when when you get to a point. I don't know if you've ever gone job hunting for a long period of time, but you just get to a point where you're just over it. It's just like,
Yes.
no more of the artificial, just
Company
kinda,
you.
yeah, you're just straight blunt about what
Yeah.
you want, and you're just wanting to do it. That's where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
So.
No, dude. I totally because again, I need to start looking at stuff like that just to get something a little more consistent and whatnot.
Mhm.
And health insurance is huge.
Yeah, health insurance is amazingly huge.
Yeah. The last time I was job hunting was in 2006.
Oh my God, you've been pretty consistent.
I was at the station, and then I got offered the job at the RJ, so I didn't have to go through. I went in for an interview and stuff like that, but it was, you know what I mean. It was like I went from one job directly into the next.
Yeah.
Like this is the first time I haven't had a job since 2006.
It feels good though. It feels good to be like your own boss.
It does feel good, but I need money.
Yeah. It's like the downside is you're starving
It ain't
for
coming
cash.
in quick enough.
Yeah.
That's the downside.
Health insurance, dude. Like for teachers out here, trash.
It's
like
horrible.
I'm pretty sure it's like that for everybody, everywhere. For public,
Yeah.
definitely for everywhere. So
Yeah. I
feel
could get
that
into
bad.
that.
all right,
Yeah.
I know most of y'all don't want to talk about the where the best jobs are throughout the U.S. here. So let's go through the normal rigmarole that we like to do each and every week. But before we do, I'd like to thank Vicky G, who is still supporting us on CFG.store, the CFG.store. Thank you so much. As well as anyone else can. So thank you. And well, let's get this rigmarole going. So guys, this is the CFG Game Cast. We do a discussion. Each of us chooses a topic of discussion of the world of video games throughout the previous week. The topic would or could be a game itself or something that happened in the gaming industry itself. And we don't want to talk about it amongst ourselves. We want you, the listeners and viewers on Twitch, YouTube, and on Kick, to be a part of the conversation as always. So if there's something that you're wanting to chime in about or talk about whatever topic we're talking, by all means, just type it inside the chat. We would love to discuss it with you and go from there. So, Smitty.
Oh, I'm first.
You're first. I said you're first.
Did you? I must have missed that. I did not realize. That's okay. That's all right. Because if you don't know, and if you know me, you know I love a good survival game. Like we talked about, I've been enjoying Pal World, but I feel like we finally got something. I think Nightengale was originally announced in 2022. Instantly was pumped about it. It's been on my list. I've been waiting for it. So we saw earlier in the week that they were going to be running a stress test. Originally, the stress test was February 2nd from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. PST. About like midway through that, they sent out a tweet being like, hey, the servers are holding up strong. We're extending the stress test time to 6 p.m. PST, essentially. So we got some extra time on it. But I was able to, I played it, I recorded it and stuff like that. What I really enjoyed about it so far, it seems like there's at least some sort of solid story there, which is really nice. There's NPCs. I noticed that there was a little bit of voice acting missing from some of the NPCs. Some of them talked, some of them just was text. But again, that could all change. It was definitely a more grounded experience than, and again, I'm just comparing this to Pal World because it's the other survival game that I'm playing right now. So it kind of felt like, what I was playing, it felt almost like a kind of Dark Souls-ish, at least difficulty wise, and like what was going on. Mind you, with this test, they already started you with equipment and stuff like that. So you're kind of dropped in the middle of the game, being able to do stuff and whatnot. So it's not like a true experience that you would get once the game comes out, starting out fresh. No server issues at all though. Like I didn't have any kind of like crazy, like there was like some jank with the enemy AI. Like they moved super fast and they knocked you around quite a bit. I forgot that you could block and things like that. But like your main like survival game things are there. Going mining, crafting. I built a house. I built a bench and all that stuff. So I didn't get a ton of time to play, but I got a good solid like 2.5, 3 hours in. And yeah, this is, again, I wouldn't even like, part of the thing about it is that you basically want to open up these portals and they'll take you to other worlds, different realities and stuff. 'Cause I think the mission is to try to get back to this city or place that you originally started at. So I enjoyed it. You know what I mean? Like I had fun. Like it's a solid survival game. So like whenever it comes out, even if it comes out, I think it's supposed to, I don't know if it's fully releasing in, was it April, I want to say, of this year. I believe it's supposed to come out. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's a this year game, which I could see it, but there's definitely some polishing that needs to be done. But just the limited time that I had, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed what I thought, or at least a little bit of the story that I got. It looked gorgeous. Again, I ramped things down just because my PC personally can't handle a lot and record, but it still looked good. There was a night and day cycle. There was weather where like it was hailing and like the hail was hurting me. Like you literally have an umbrella. So like that plays a factor into the game as well. So yeah, it definitely has the meat and the things of a solid survival game was there. So I did enjoy it. I'm ready for it. I want more of it.
Well, I don't know, like overall. Well, this seems,
okay.
Like, these survival games to me, like they all almost look the same to me, like when it comes to it. So like,
shut your mouth.
I'm sorry to say it. I'm just sorry to say it, but
there's differences though. There are differences.
I'm sure there are for people that play that. I'm sure I'm not saying that they are the same, that all of them are the same. I'm just saying that to me, they just seem like the same kind of thing to it. It's like but like I guess from the video I'm seeing, it's really hard for me to decipher if it's like because it's so dark. I can't remember for the most part.
It is kind of dark. Itself. That should be. Is that the HD version? It should be.
Let me see if I can change it to HD. Is it?
No, yeah, just double check that. But
that's the best one.
That's a 1080. Never mind. Yeah, it was kind of. I just dark, at least in there because I didn't have a fire. Like there was like at one point in the video, dude. Like literally, I cannot see the enemies. I go into this tunnel. I'm working my way around. I see a bunch of red bars, and I get absolutely annihilated. Okay, yeah,
I moved it over to something daytime. So like, I mean, so what is the like? I mean, like, what's the difference that this game is introducing in survival? Like, what's the gimmick that this game has that other survival games really don't have, or what makes it work?
It's hard to really say. I know that there is a card system within this that you can get buffs, you can do things. Again, I didn't even get to a point where I was able to do any portal traveling. So that I imagine is going to bring a whole different dynamic where you can either go to friends worlds or you can get sent to a random world. And who knows what kind of enemies, resources, treasures, and stuff like that you'll find. But I think the goal of the game is to try to get back to this city, this place that in particular in time, and everybody was basically cast out into the void, but their compass or something like that isn't working properly. So when you go through, it just sends you to random places. Okay. Yeah.
And like, what you said this was a stress test for online. Were you able?
Early access February 22nd. Yo, that's around the corner. I had no idea. No, take my money.
I'm overnighting my PC so I can play.
But wait a minute though. Like, so what's the online? Because like it seems like did you see anyone on here when you were playing, or the 2 hours that you played?
I did not. I didn't see anybody Again, I think this is where actually going through the portals may introduce that. I think essentially there's like a starter island that everybody starts at, a starting point that everybody starts at. Then once you get to a certain level or whatever, then you're able to kind of traverse to other planes. And I imagine that maybe that's when you start encountering other people. I don't know how that system works exactly, but you can have a party of 6. Not only that, but you can also recruit AI to be in your party. They'll come back to your base and help you do things and manage stuff as well.
Okay, cool.
Which, I enjoy that system, having that extra help, because, it can be kind of daunting doing everything by yourself. There's got to be some way to like kind of automate some of the more tedious tasks and things. So.
To be fair though, you said you only played like 2 hours of it, so that still relatively is.
Yeah, so it was a very limited purview of what, and again, it wasn't even starting from the beginning. It was starting where you already have weapons and all the things that you need to be able to fully experience it, essentially, except for being able to get to the portal. Because I died.
Here's the deal though. Here's the deal though, because this is the problem I have right now. Because you got Power World, you got this coming out it's February 22nd. You got Enshrouded, as well. Are those all survival games? And they're all
survival games.
And they're all close to each. They're all coming out fairly close to one another here. So, like, I mean, what do you mean? Is Enshrouded already out, or is it already?
Yes,
I think that's. It's all early access stuff, right? They're all in early access essentially.
I mean, it's still accessible for someone to just come in and just say, "Hey, I want to play this." I mean, that's what you're saying, wanting to get. Like, if you can still buy it and then you can play it and closely all this. I'm just saying, man, that is. I mean, don't you kind of feel like there's an oversaturation of this?
No,
not at all. There's enough variety in that I could play them all. I mean, shit, dude. Like, even if I wanted more of a real life experience, I could then go play Scum, which I know is super. You know what I mean? Like, that is like you are piecing pieces together, and they don't hold your hand in that. That's more of like a simulation survival, where these are more of this is more of like a Dead Souls survival. Power World is more of a cartoony survival experience. They all vary enough for me to be able to, and again, to me, the ability, if you're a content creator, the ability to create content around these games are limitless. I feel like they become like a sandbox that you can do so much in. That's what I have a great appreciation for survival games like that.
Okay. Agreed. I've been waiting for this game. Everyone's like, well, you can just play Enshrouded. No, I'm not. No. I have room for one more after Power World. Power World, that was unexpected. So I've been waiting for Nightengale since day one. With the portal systems and all of that, it very much, what is that show from when we were like, gosh, growing up, where they went through portals? No. SG1? What?
Stargate.
Stargate. The portals very much remind me kind of Stargate. So yes, everybody who started in this gas lamp type city, and then they all got thrown through the portal, and now your goal is to try to get back, and that's why you're building and crafting and all this. I watched the intro because Dust played this dress test. He played for about 2 hours as well. He got off around 5:30. I had to leave. I was like, I want to play, but I don't want to ruin it for myself. I just want to wait. It looks so good. I can't wait.
What Dust is saying here, it says Enshrouded, endless replayability with the portal and card system. Well, okay. I don't know. I guess I don't know what you're saying on the portal, because the video I've seen, I don't know what these portals you're talking about. I guess in the frame of reference, I don't know what that means. But what Dust is saying also says that Enshrouded is much more like a single player open world RPG with survival mechanics that you can invite 3 to 4 friends to play with you through your campaign. So that seems much different than what you're saying what this is, which was
correct.
The gas lamp aesthetic, voxel based construction and building, and up to 10 person co-op.
The building was nice too. The building aspect was pretty solid already, which is usually a hard part for some of these devs.
Yeah, well, yeah, I know that's the, or they don't randomly combust into fire when you're trying
Right.
You never know.
No, you're right. You're right, Does. Nightingale is far more developed in terms of a storyline than most survival games on the market. This is big facts.
So
Most survival games that I played in early access usually don't have a story mode out the gate or a story developed out the gate. This having a story and whatnot, like, was a nice, like, that gives you a little guidance. That gives me something to go towards and try to accomplish, as opposed to, hey, I'm here, I'm surviving, there's waves of enemies, there's things, I'm just looting up and not really having a purpose. I feel like this gives you a purpose out the gate.
Yeah, okay, that's I mean, that's a good way of describing it. So it's, I guess I'm well, like, it's like, you already know I don't play survival, so I have no idea. But like so is this the flagship, was this the flagship survival game that you were anticipating, that you were wanting to get before being surprised about Power World? Because I know you were talking about it like a couple of months ago. But this is the one that y'all were like highly anticipating to wanting to play this.
We both weren't we doing the thing? Didn't we do a live stream where it was when we first saw this? I think.
Lost
I don't remember.
You and I both were like, absolutely. Dust was losing it in the chat. Me and you were like, oh my God, I can't wait. And then everything else that was shown was like a snooze fest. Nightingale was like the big upfront. Ugh.
Wow, that was like 2 years ago. Was that was like E3, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like the last E3, like online E3.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
Wow. Dang. Okay.
Not everything was a snooze fest, but
we were there for 6 hours. We were literally
we were there.
We were there for
a long day.
Yeah,
it was a long day.
It was a long day.
I have been patiently awaiting this for 2 years, and so is Smitty. Like every couple months I check in, I'm like, you still waiting for Nightingale?
I can't believe y'all remember that. Dang.
Absolutely. I did not forget about Nightingale.
I'm sorry, Victorian, gas lamp, steampunk, and dinosaurs. Say less.
In the maybe you don't, I don't know if you want to hear this about the character creation. But in the character creation, you are able to set up your ancestry. And like you pick different characters that like builds out like your family tree and stuff. Like outside, that is sick. Yeah, I've never seen that before.
That's crazy.
That was really cool.
So give or take though, like I mean, you're satisfied for what you're seeing. Wait, was that an astral Tyrannosaurus? I'm gonna have to back that up. Give me a minute. What was that?
See, dude, that's exactly how I felt.
Well, he has horns.
Was
and
that a
he's
dinosaur?
I think it's like a moose, like a giant astral. Well, like, dude, they have like freaking like Dark Souls like bosses, I'm pretty sure, in this game.
So there's
like I've seen videos.
There's little dudes that look like velociraptors until they turn their head towards you, and it's a woman's face, and then underneath their jaw lifts up and they open their mouth. It is effing terrifying.
I did not run into that. That sounds terrible. There were well, maybe I did. The creatures that were in there, it was hella hard to see. But yeah, they were like that. The enemies were creepy.
They showed it,
and they were hard to kill.
Yeah, they showed it in the beginning, and then a bigger guy came and chased them away. It was kind of like the opening, I think, before the character creation, or maybe after. But yeah, it was the whole cutscene. I was like, I like their hair. It's nice and stringy. Yeah, it was a velociraptor with a creepy lady face. I said, oh. Okay, I'm done.
Man.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, if you enjoyed it,
I'm excited about this.
And at least it's kept the hype. It kept your interest, especially if something that you remembered. It's to say it's that
years down the road,
especially for you to remember it, Smitty, is quite an accomplishment in itself. So
yeah, you know why? I have Moria. I haven't touched it yet.
What?
Really?
Wow.
Lord of the Rings. Yeah. That's a survival game as well.
I watched Mick. I think Mick beat that, or she's.
Are you serious?
I think she beat it with some of her little crew. But yeah, I was watching her play it. It was very dark. Guys, turn your game up so I can see. It's okay. I'm getting.
Yeah, no. Apparently that is a thing.
Dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. I don't know what it is with that. That's terrible. You know what I have to do though too? When I play my PlayStation 5, I have to know, because for some reason it's lighter on my side, but when it comes across on screen, it's a lot darker. So when it's so like, you know, when it tells you to put the slider so you can barely see the image or whatever. I have to consciously remember, oh wait, it's darker on the stream side, so I have to make it a little bit brighter.
What looks good on your end will show up at least 3 stages darker on the other end. So like,
I wonder if that's like a color profile thing or something.
I think it's a color profile or
think
something.
so.
It has to be.
Like, there's some sort of communication through like OBS. Yeah, it makes it darker. It's like, no, I can't see nothing.
Yeah,
we'll definitely
but I'm glad you're having fun. You know.
I know, right? All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good one.
Check it out.
Good. So come check it out. How much is it?
February 22nd. They said early access. I don't even know how much it is.
I don't know. Let me find out.
$3.99.
I hope that'd be. Yeah, I wish.
It's $3.99 when you go on Raid Shadow.
Wait, it's on Game Pass. It's gonna be on Game Pass,
bro.
Okay,
Game Pass for the win.
I know it's gonna be on Game Pass on Steam.
It's there for like a year.
If they do that server thing, I'm gonna be hella salty. I will buy it. That's what I did with Power World. I ended up buying it because I was like, no, you're not gonna limit me.
It's not.
You can't hold me back.
It sounds like Game Pass has some sort of levels of limitation if they're gonna do that same thing with Power World.
I think it's a Microsoft Xbox thing.
It's definitely a Microsoft Xbox thing. I mean, like, or the whole thing with like you can play or Exoprimal. You can't play with people on the Game Pass. Can you
Man, that's an Exoprimal thing. Yes, that's supposed to be coming in the next season.
Yeah,
that update cross or whatever their mode is or whatever, it will exist.
$24.99.
I can't wait.
Is the answer.
You're on
$24.99.
I know.
Yeah.
Say less.
That is so crazy.
Exactly.
It's like, pay less up in here. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm ready for it. I'm ready. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, nice. Okay. Well, we'll go with my topic here. I don't think I even told you what my topic was, but it's all good. You already know what it is. It's going to be the state of play. Yeah, because so Smitty and I, we went on. We kind of just did a random state of play or a stream. You're welcome. We did. Oh no, I didn't. I didn't try. I didn't know. Well, it was literally that day. It was okay. This is what happened. It was literally that day. Because remember, I didn't even have anything. Like, I decided to say, hey, or I texted Smitty in the morning. Hey, do you want to stream this? Go on the thing and stream. And it's like, yeah, sure. So we did it. I literally did it all like on the cusp, like towards it. So no organization. So sorry. But
that is true.
Yeah. So yes. So we did. We did a state of play stream, which was really cool. We were really cool talking to a lot of folks about it and had a good time. I mean, this is going to be a slow year for PlayStation. So there was the expectations of it wasn't really high for the most part, but really most state of plays aren't really like the hype. It doesn't really hype you up anyways, in my personal opinion. Like there hasn't been a state of play that was like, oh my god, I can't wait till these games come out. For a long while, they kind of went through they're at a point where it's like they're being realistic on what they're showing to you, and it's like, okay, here you go. But there are a couple of cool things that they did announce. Like, I think one of the big ones, the biggest one was Death Stranding, which Death Stranding 2. They actually showed video of I guess it's gameplay though too, but it's Death Stranding 2. It's Hideo Kojima's a sequel for the UPS simulator that was on the original PlayStation 4, the PS5. Now, I was talking to Smitty about this a long time ago, and I'm like, I don't know what the hell is going on in this game. Like the game is so crazy. It's like, I don't even know what's up. And like there's a dude that's riffing on the guitar and then with an axe and stuff like that. Like it was ridiculous. Like, what is going on is what it was. And so it just normally it's okay, it's at this point. Yeah. So I'm like, he was like, "What is going on, dude? Like, I don't even know what's happening." It's like I knew about the ghost baby, which that alone is a thing. Is just beyond
A
me.
ghost baby.
Yeah, that's
Show
what
me the baby.
that's what it was. That's what the first one was. Like the thing that he was carrying was a baby, but it wasn't a live baby. It was a ghost baby, and it was an artificial
try not
thing.
to listen.
Well, it's not spoilers. That's what it is.
I haven't gotten that far. That's what you are.
No, that's what it is. That's what you're carrying. Like the first thing that you have on you. Like, that's not even a spoiler. But anyways, yeah.
The ghost of the child I'll never have.
It's a ghost. It's a ghost. I call it a ghost baby. That's the term I call it. But that's what they are. But anyways, yeah, so Death Stranding 2 looks beautiful. It's a Hideo Kojima game, so that's coming. I think they slated it for 2025, which I probably will say that sucker's gonna get delayed. But then there was some other cool stuff that happened. They showed like a preview of Helldivers 2 that should be coming out this month, I believe. A really interesting one called Stellar Blade, which was that
looked great.
I guess it was a roguelike. Is it roguelike? Like kind of like a Dark Souls?
No, dude.
Kinda...
I think it's like I think it's more like Bayonetta. Like an action RPG type of game. That's what or open world. Yeah, I think it was like an open world action RPG.
What's it called?
Stellar Blade.
I'll look it up.
Yeah,
the outfits were fire.
Yeah, that looked like a what's it called? Like it had story, but at the same time it had like those weird bosses. Or Scarlet Nexus. That reminds me of Scarlet Nexus in a way. If you remember playing those kind of games. Yeah, so that was a really cool a game from a studio in Korea, a Korean game. So it looks really cool. Then they also were talking about V Rising, which is a really so I played V Rising 2 years ago, and what I played was fun. It was a fun like a grid-like kind of game, like a weird angle, kind of like a Diablo looking kind of game.
Yeah,
was fun as hell. But they totally made this game look so much nicer within that 2 years. It's like they totally refined it and looks a lot better. So it was really cool. So that one didn't have a date on that. But then they also had a silent release of Silent Hill short message, which is completely free to play on the PlayStation Store. So you can download that. Yeah, download that yourself.
On 4? Or is it only available on 5? Do you know?
No, I think it is 4 too.
Was it 4? I don't know.
I feel like it might
Silent Hill what?
Short message.
The short message.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. To be honest with you, I really don't know. If anyone knows, let me know, or maybe check it out for yourself.
Looking it up right now.
I can't remember 100%.
Yeah. Then they also showed the Silent Hill 2 remake that's coming out for PS5. Yeah. So so I was just like, that is going to be freaking money.
Stop laughing at me.
The second we saw that, we're like, oh, this is Lex. This is definitely
literally said that.
Called me.
Yeah. So they're giving you reasons for the PS5. So there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Then on top of that, the Until Dawn remake for PS5, they're doing a ground up remake for that. That's coming out. They don't have a date on that as well. So basically they were showing some really cool stuff for the most part. And they also shows Rise of the Ronin gameplay, which I'm definitely gonna pick up. Because I love samurai stuff. Mm-hmm. But overall though, it was a reserved, I would say for the most part, it was a very reserved PlayStation state of play. Oh, they did also announce that there's going to be another state of play, but that one's 100% dedicated for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth that's coming out this month.
Mm-hmm. I think that's next week.
No, well, you mean the 6th?
No, I think it's
it's on Tuesday.
I think it's like the 6th.
Yeah, it's on Tuesday. Yeah, if you want, do you want to do it again? Because like I don't know.
Let me double check time. But I should be good.
Well, Tuesday.
Oh, I wasn't invited, so it's okay.
Well, I was gonna ask is like if you were wanting to go, wanting to do it. too, but
sure. What time?
Yeah. Well, we'll figure it out. We can talk about it later.
Okay.
But if I know if we're gonna do it, then I'll have time to actually prepare. Because like literally when I did this one, I was like, let me try doing this and see how good it is, and then we did.
Yeah.
And then I wanted to make cutscenes too, to kind of be like those points, because I know there was a lot of yelling on me and be like, what the hell are you thinking, Kojima? Like, what the hell am I watching?
He was very upset. I feel like one of the other big things that you forgot about though was the fact that Kojima announced that he's going to be going back to his roots after 40 years in the gaming industry and is working on a PS exclusive espionage, action espionage game, essentially. We know that he can't do Metal Gear, but like I've been waiting for this moment for quite some time. I don't care, dude. I am a total weirdo for Kojima. I'm here for all his weird. The man's got weird that he needs to get out into the world, and I appreciate it. Not only that, but he's also been digging into, I love the fact that he's going to be really exploring different mediums, not only between what we got from this, but also the Xbox one that he's working with on Jordan Peele. Okay. You know, again, there's more of this talk of cinematography and game intermixing. I am here for it. We saw that it works, especially I think Alan Wake 2 is a fantastic example of great way of utilizing both mediums. So I'm really pumped to see what his next ventures are. I can't even lie.
I'm telling you, it's gonna be laser cat. It's gonna be like laser cats or something. I just have a feeling it's just something.
Give me laser cats then. I don't even care.
Are you saying laser cats? Like
laser cats? Yeah. Dude, it's Kojima. I mean,
he does all kinds of weird things. He can do anything he wants.
He will do whatever he wants.
He can borrow Jadzia. She doesn't mind putting it here.
Play when you really seriously think of like how Metal Gear Solid 1
makeup from the musical.
Oh, don't you dare say stupid stuff like that. How dare you?
Kojima, baby.
I'm just saying that like Kojima, like when you just see how crazily like creative, and this isn't a knock to Kojima. I'm just saying, like when you see the beginning of how Metal Gear Solid started to where Metal Gear Solid ended, it's like, oh my god, what the hell happened? It's like it transformed to something weird. It was like, oh, okay, cool. You had Psycho Mantis, some of the weird people, but they were fairly tamed relatively to the other stuff that happened in the future, like especially in Metal Gear Solid 5. So, so I'm just saying, What?
I said that one was weird just because of how things played out and stuff like that.
So
it's I'm just hard to,
Yeah, I'm just saying that he's like the more gradual, like he loves making these interesting, abstract, like different kinds of things. I've Kojima is like the modern Andy Warhol of the gaming industry. I'm just saying that. Yeah, it's just like I won't be surprised. So it's not going to be just a straightforward action adventure game, which is good. I'm just kidding, saying I don't know what to expect, but I know it's going to be weird and just be like, okay, everyone's going to definitely be like, oh, this is going to be the next best thing since sliced bread, kind of.
Exactly. I'm gonna flip over to some game of the year.
Yeah.
Game of the century.
Mr. Kojima, you are welcome to use my cat. She has pantaloons, so you don't have to key out her butthole because you'll never see it, you know? So
there you go.
She doesn't mind wearing little green outfits. She's fluffy though, so you might need the dots. Huh?
You can green screen that stuff.
Yeah, but when she lifts up her tail, you still can't see it because she's got little fuzzy pantaloons because she's so fluffy, you know.
Perfect.
So less work.
But overall, like I said, the state of play was good. It was fun. It was like there wasn't any super surprises besides, I guess, the Silent Hill silent release that happened. But
yeah, I don't think it's out yet.
It definitely is out.
Is it? Because online. Yeah.
Short Message definitely is out. But Silent Hill 2 remake isn't. I don't think they gave a date on that yet. But
no.
So they're definitely coming out with it. So I mean, what did you overall, Smitty? What did you think? It
was I thought it was solid. Again, they gave me some Kojima hype. We finally got the Death Stranding 2. We've known about that for some time now. So being able to physically see some stuff was great and get at least a tentative year, I think is cool. Plus his other announcements. There was some Sonic news from Sega as well. Like overall, I thought it was solid. Just how they presented everything and went through. It was exactly what I thought it was. Again, the Silent Hill short message shadow drop I thought was dope. I'm always down for shadow drops like that. I think that's so much fun for people to, here's what's coming, but here's something you can have right now too. I think it gets people pumped up. So yeah, overall I thought it was a solid state of play. I was kind of surprised that they didn't have any Final Fantasy VII, but then they were like, oh yeah, next week we're going to be doing a Final Fantasy VII Rebirth state of play. We're going to give it all to you. Yeah. So I figured, I was like, yo, that's right around the corner, son. Like, they're going to start kicking that into high gear here. So we'll be seeing more and more about it.
I think that overall, yeah. So, I mean, like, well, first off, is this making you want to get a PS5 finally, Lex?
I'm going to have to. So the answer is you cannot play Silent Hill short message on PlayStation 4. It will show up in the store, but you can't play it. So I guess I'm going to have to get one. It's fine.
Well, you were meaning to get one a long time ago anyways.
Yeah. So yeah, the answer is yes. I'm going to have to. I want to play the Silent Hill remake. I've been trying to get a copy of the original Silent Hill to play on my computer.
PC one. Okay.
I can't tell you my ways or how, but I've gotten very close several times. I've already done it with American McGee's Alice. I'll figure out how to play it. I have it. I just need another program to help open it, if that makes sense. It's an old game. But I would, yeah. Death Stranding 2 even looks good. And I never played the first one. It's got,
you need to beat it.
It's got gosh, her little sister. I can't think of Dakota Fanning's little sister. Elle Fanning. Love her. She's got such a unique look. She could be in a crowd of 100 people that are blonde, and you'd be like, that's her. You know. I love her. I think her acting is fantastic. Everything
she's
looks
no Dakota
great.
Fanning, but
no. Love Dakota Fanning too. She's in a show that we have.
Fantastic.
Do you know that, I'm sorry to kind of digress here, but do you know that Dakota Fanning was in Equalizer 4?
Yes.
And then and I had no idea until I saw the rolling credits, because I didn't think that I didn't know that Dakota Fanning is now 26 years old.
I know.
And then on top of that, I thought about it and I was like, wait a minute, is this the remake of Man on Fire? Because it was her and Denzel Washington when she was like a kid. And I was like, but then she grew up, and I was just like, oh, this is great. Yeah, this is too
Man
trippy.
Man on Fire is one of my favorite movies. I have the DVD case, and I recently went to open it. Our internet went out, and I was like, I've watched Labyrinth 5 times this week. Let me put in Man on Fire. There's a note inside of it from somebody who borrowed the disc from me and never gave it back, and I'm so mad.
Well, luckily,
but I'm trying to watch all the. I don't think I've seen the original Equalizer, and I was like, well, that'll be a weekend thing where when I'm cleaning, I'll just start the first one, but I can't seem to find a couple of them, but I'll figure that out. So
mine digital, man. I bought them a long time ago. That's what I did. But
I know you and your digitals. Let me borrow your login.
The digital downloads on it is like it's only movies. I don't know.
I know.
I'm fine with movies on digital downloads because I don't care.
Yeah.
But like when it comes to like, for some reason, anime, I don't like getting digital. I like to get physical on that. But then also games. Games are always going to be physical for me.
I'm still a physical DVD gal. And it's funny because off topic, I'll have friends come over and they're like, oh my gosh, you have this collection. I'm like, girl, Walmart dollar bin. I dig through that sucker like, I don't know, a couple times a year. And that's how I got my entire, what was the show?
Supernatural?
Nope, they had a cartoon. It's the skeleton.
He-Man, yeah.
No, he tells scary stories.
Tales of the Crypt.
Tales from the Crypt. I have the original. I have the whole DVD collection. Yeah.
Good evening.
Because they had a cartoon version too, but the
They
adult
did.
version played on the weekends
The
at late
HBO.
night. Yep.
Yeah,
My
on
dad,
HBO.
he would
Tales from the crypt.
he had HBO at work, so he would put it on a VHS and record it for me. So we would watch Count Cool Rider and that. But yeah, y'all, sometimes digging through those bins is a gold mine. You never
It
know.
definitely is. My grandpa goes to the DI to get his movie collection. What's DI? I'm not familiar with that.
I don't know.
But that's
I also sometimes you get fun stuff. I had a sealed Clockwork Orange when my godbrother moved out. He also had Clockwork Orange. He was like, I think they were both sealed when I moved in. Which one's yours? I was like, oh, just take the one that's open. That's the one you've had in your room. Go for it. I opened the sealed one I had that weekend to put up the Christmas tree. There was no Clockwork Orange. It was Lady and the Tramp and like 2 other movies.
No,
But
it's like
where was
Clockwork
Clockwork Orange? I don't know. It was sealed. It made sense.
There's spaghetti in Lady and the Tramp. It's close to an orange.
Same thing.
There you go. All right. All right.
Oh, it's a thrift store.
Thrift store that really is big there. Oh, okay, cool.
Oh.
So are they called is it called DI or is it just like, I don't know, like is that just abbreviation? Like what's the real name of it?
I feel like that's kind of like our version of Zia Records over here, maybe.
Yeah, Zia. Well, it definitely is like a
Zia has a movie collection.
Yeah.
Ours does. I don't know about in other states or cities.
They do. We have a place called the movie trading company here in Texas, and it's huge.
Oh.
Like, yeah, they have like a giant like racks and racks of just old DVDs and stuff. And I was wondering how they're still in business, to be honest with you. So, but
That's wild.
yeah. So there you go. That's all they do is music. It's music CDs and old school DVDs. And I'm just like,
and
wow,
records.
okay. No records. They don't do records. No vinyls.
Oh, see, I'm all about the vinyl. My vinyl collection's
Vinyls are so
pretty
expensive
good.
though, as it is though. I can only imagine.
I got freaking laser discs.
You have laser
I have a
discs?
laser disc player.
I also have
Wow.
beta.
Wow.
You know, yeah.
All right, Lex.
Yep, it's my turn.
Let's close it off with you. What you bringing?
I would like to everyone bow your heads and give a moment of silence for the Sir Carl Weathers. He passed. Very sad news. He was a lovely human. He will be missed in the industry. But that's not what I'm talking about today. Today, I'm talking about the Alan Wake 2 update 1.15. And this IGN article, the first thing it says, make the game less scary. Excuse me? I'm sorry. What? Here's a quick little Lex rant. If the game is too scary for you, and you put your big girl panties on and it's still too scary, let's have a chat. Let's have a chat, okay? I like I've said, my computer is not quite beefy enough to get the best of the best experience while playing and streaming it. But this new update does fix a myriad of bug issues. The addition of a chapter select option in the main menu, which very helpful for me, because as you know, in the game, there are things that you need to pick up as you go, whether that be a collectible or a clue that maybe you missed, because a lot of the times when you pick up the clues, it will trigger a cutscene, and it tells you when you go to get out of the game to go back to the main menu that, you know, in the section that you have started, you are not 100%. You only hit the like 70 mark, and you're like, wait a minute, I have gone through every dang alleyway. So there were a couple of clues and things like that, final collectibles, that if you passed it, there was no going back to getting it. So now you do have the option to go back. But the update also includes, and this is crazy to me, a much requested option to, and I quote, tune down the horror flashes. Now, as we all know, I've had 4 brain surgeries. A lot of flashing is very intense for me, especially for games that are dark. I have to turn the gamma up a little bit. So sometimes flashing is very intense for me. I have not found it that bad in this game. Now, the audio intensity sometimes is a little nuts. So I do like that you are able to choose between low and normal horror flash visually and the audio intensity. Thank you for that update for us people. So that's very lovely of you. When you do the chapter select, you can choose to replay missions. Obviously, it's like a pre-made save, regardless of your own progress, which makes it obviously a lot easier to go back and get your collectibles and things like that if you are trying to 100% and get those trophies. But yeah, this update again, all of the patch notes are in the article. I'll happily post it for you for those of you who are really into the game. I know this is crazy. I have yet to finish. Oh, cool writer. I don't know what that is. I haven't finished the game.
Well, I mean, I guess if it's just a setting or something, I mean, it's not like I mean, if it gives you the option to do to lay it back, then I don't think it's as much of a problem. I guess it's not as intrusive as like if it was fully intrusive the way it goes, you know. So,
right.
Yeah, but
yeah, you can definitely tune down the horror aspect of it,
weird.
make it less scary, which I feel like, I don't know, and maybe this is just me. I've played a lot of horror games. It takes a lot to really surprise me because it's kind of like looking at a math equation, right? 2 + 2 = 4, and so after the 2 with a plus sign is a jump scare, right? So you kind of get used to this pattern. And a lot of horror games, the music is just on a loop. It's not to what's happening with the game. Whereas obviously this is not that case. Everything is very masterfully and beautifully done. But because I was streaming and playing at the same time, we lost a little bit of that. So I'm hoping that with this update that fixes it. Also, I'm getting a beefy baby here any day now. So she gonna be able to handle everything. But yeah, there are a lot of patch notes. So if you've been running into issues, I will post it for you guys so that you're able to take a look and see if maybe any of those issues were bothering you. But don't make it less scary. Come on. You got this. I believes in you.
If it's less scary, that sounds like something that me and Smitty could possibly do to deal with.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I know. You get unlimited ammo. That'll make it less scary for me.
Your thing is
say that again? Did you say less ammo?
No, unlimited.
I said unlimited ammo.
Oh yeah, that would be real helpful. Nope.
Yeah.
You don't get that. In the first
make
game,
things less scary.
it was terrifying.
As long as Smitty is loaded with a gun, he'll be fine to play any horror game.
I am. I can't do the ones where like you just get a phone or you just get a flashlight. Like I can't even defend myself.
Did you not play the first one?
What?
The first Alan Wake?
Oh.
No, I started to a little bit with Scorp Kitty and I haven't gone back.
Yeah. So if you guys, to explain it a little bit, you don't get unlimited ammo. Maybe in the playthrough, they'll give you an option. It might be in the patch notes. But in the original, the fighting mechanism, you have a street lamp and you are kind of dependent on that to keep you safe from the oogie boogies, because when you're in a full beat of light, A, it heals you, but B, they can't see you. So that is a big aspect of it. So they give you that light, but you got 5 bullets and 7 guys coming at you, and 1 bullet is not enough to get rid of them. So you kind of have to, finagle things. Yeah, right. I got rid of 1.
Yeah, so. It's like there you go, man. That's crazy. I mean, it's like I said, more options, for different people for it to play. That I'm totally for it. I mean, it's cool especially if that's was something that the community was specifically asking for, and then that's what they answered, and they answered back for it. I mean, that it just shows that they're listening.
I love it when you listen. I love. That's great. But guys, I'll help you through it. If God brings you to it, He'll lead you through it. I'm God in this scenario. I'll help you. Okay, I got you.
We're good. I don't believe that. But let's go. We were after the Elgato thing we just talked about prior to the show. I don't believe you. Yeah. So no.
I'll send you a box of a fur ball.
Just an Elgato box. Okay.
I'll vacuum all the hair in my house and just send it to you.
That's right.
There you go.
Yeah.
Forever in your house.
Oh God, no.
Yeah.
Folks, thank you for listening to episode number 60. Wow, no. Thank you for episode 206 of the CFG Game Cast. Thank you for being a part of the conversation. As always, we will be back again next week. But in the meantime, you could always listen to the recording on on any podcast services, or you could go on our YouTube page, the CFG channel on YouTube, to see the full video in the the video itself on Monday morning. So there's absolutely no reason to miss out on sexy voices.
Ooh.
Yeah. Also, guys, be sure to next on Tuesday on the 6th, we will be doing a let's watch of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth State of Play, and check out our most recent interview with the voice of Pokemon, one of the Pokemon trainers in Nazi Tarsha on Pop Culture Gems, as always. So once again, this is Davis signing out with Lex and Smitty. Y'all, take it easy.
Okay, bye-bye.